right, so we're doing more viewer tattoos. These are the least favorite things we do on this channel lately.
Oh, interesting.
That doesn't mean they're going to stop coming.
That's a little sad.
It's sad, but I don't care. You're going to get them anyway. You know, that's what this whole show started as, was me responding to viewers that sent their tattoos in. So
right.
That's our bread and butter here. If you don't like it, you can, just
if you don't
learn
like
to like
it, you can go.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So what are we looking at here?
We have a rather poorly done hand tattoo.
It's all blobby together.
It's like
blurby.
I like this like line style geometric mandala stuff that all has to be done very precise, and none of it is done precise.
It looks like
hand tattoo is off center and placed poorly.
It looks like they did it with henna, and that's
Oh no, henna's
not
always
even as
nicer
nice as
looking
henna.
than this. Way nicer looking than this.
It's blurby.
Henna doesn't have blowouts and dropouts and fucking blorbs everywhere and
right,
patchy black and vanishing gray.
Very depressing.
Yeah, it's overall very unappealing, but I do like the blanket. The blanket is nice.
Oh yeah, the blanket is nice. I just noticed that.
Yeah, the blanket's nice. It
Get that for our house.
Soft and comfortable. Right? I don't like this bridge of like dots either.
Yeah, like the nothingness in between the two.
So the nothing to the other nothing.
Yeah.
It's really very unaesthetic to me. I don't quite understand what the idea here was.
I agree.
I feel like this thing should have cradled the knuckles more, and there shouldn't be this gap, and this thing should be the whole forearm. And
I feel like they should just black it out.
Well, I mean, there's going to be that, but I mean, if you were going to do this piece here, this like peeled banana thing is supposed to be the whole forearm, and then this thing is supposed to be the hand.
The other peeled banana?
And then you're supposed to connect those two, and then you have mostly a half sleeve.
All right. But well, it's awful.
Decisions were made.
This is obviously the same person.
Yeah, this is the other hand. This is Hello Kitty. Is that what I'm looking at? Like
maybe.
The thing from Hello Kitty.
The bow? It kind of looks like it, but I don't know that is exactly what it's supposed to be.
This is like better done than the other one.
I think it's cute.
Yeah, this for what it is, this is better than the other one.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
I don't love the placement. I would have pushed it back a little bit and maybe put the one ribbon so that it's not covering all that hand real estate.
For how old this hand tattoo is and the skin it's on, it's very solid.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, this is either brand new or, like, I don't know.
Aged really well.
Well, I mean, the inks that they used back then shouldn't be this bright still.
So it's new.
They've got really old skin, though. So it's either it was freshly done or it's very old and they got lucky.
Or they're,
in either case.
Or they're like a nurse or someone who has to wash their hands lots because your skin, the more washing you do.
I've got old hands, but they don't look this old.
Yeah.
But this is a very old hand. My hands look way older than yours, for example.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to last, though. I'm going to be washing them a lot more now.
I think you'll be fine.
It happens.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one is better than the first one, but they're both not great. So.
More pictures of the same.
Yeah, we're moving on.
All right. Let me read this email. This one looks like it's from Bob.
Bob?
Yeah, it says Bob.
Cool.
Hello, Remy.
How's it going, Bob?
Bob. I enjoy watching your Remy Reacts videos and your remarks during the recent episode about the dude with cataracts doing the tap out sessions had me cracking up.
I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, about the pictures.
He's still around.
About the
fucking
pictures.
Butcher.
Jeez. Anyways, about the pictures I'm sending, this is a family tribute sleeve done in short 6 to 8 hour sessions, that is not short, spread out about a month apart until the entire piece was completed. It was designed and tattooed by John Vargo in Gahanna, Ohio. The outer arm is for my oldest daughter, who is a licensed therapist. Lower arm is representative of my youngest daughter, who is a cosmetologist. Interesting. The lower inner arm is a tribute to one of my greatest influences growing up, my grandmother, the black-eyed Susan flowers, and also to my wife, With the dragonfly, the two of them had a special connection and were incorporated together here. The upper inner arm is, for me, a section of my favorite running trail. The photographs were done professionally, contracted by the shop for John to use in his portfolios. Looking forward to what you think, Bob. Okay, Bob.
Well, that was a fucking mouthful.
It was a lot.
So, yeah. The thing is, like, I hear stories that are very similar very often from customers booking in for full sleeves here. And it's always black and gray realistic type sleeves. It's almost never any other type of tattoo.
And it's always a lot.
Well, yeah, we had one yesterday that was like 16 paragraphs. And it's like, yeah, we're just going to try and give you a cool sleeve. Like, because most people aren't going to know what any of that is.
Right? Like I wouldn't have thought, oh, the brain with the,
well, it's
like,
fine
labyrinth.
that that's the case, but, like, that doesn't translate to anyone else.
No.
So it's like,
It's personal.
everything is personal, but, like, it has to look good. That's the only thing. And this one mostly achieves that.
Yeah, it does. I think it looks good.
It's some things get lost here. There's a bit of that 10 pounds of shit in a 2-pound bag here, where I would have said to this guy, you know, you do have 2 sleeves,
Yes.
right? So, like, some of the imagery is of the right scale. It just gets a bit too congested, and I don't quite understand the need for so much filigree, right? Like, the filigree looks nice, but, like, what does the filigree represent? Does it have a reason for, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to have these huge, meaningful sleeves, it's like, maybe you don't need so many background elements then.
Right. I
Right, like,
agree.
to
to
bridge-
try
'cause
and
it's
tie it together.
Pretty fucking complicated as it is.
Yeah.
And then it ends up just getting a little bit, like, congested.
Yeah.
That being said, the use of negative space
Is really nice.
does define everything.
I
And
like all the separate elements quite a bit.
it came together better than it had any right to, in my estimation. Like, this could have been an absolute train wreck. And looking through these photos, it's like you can tell these were taken by a professional photographer.
Yeah, they're really nicely done.
I feel like I'm being seduced here.
I'm getting really clear images of what's going on.
This is a really striking photo,
Yeah.
which
that
is interesting because it's not the most striking tattoo of all time either. So there's some art here. It's striking, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
this inside of the arm, I don't feel like it's...
This could have been your whole other sleeve.
Yeah, I don't
This could
feel
have
like
been
this
your
is
other
as
arm.
appealing to me. I feel like the flowers and the dragonfly are really nice,
I think so
but
too.
then this passageway leading up into the arm,
Well, that's his favorite part of his path, right?
that doesn't necessarily work so well for me.
I just think that the flowers, dragonfly, and part of the path could have been the other arm, and then the one arm could have been all the other elements.
I mean,
They make more sense together.
I would have had more stuff than just flowers, dragonflies, and a path for a sleeve.
No, I
would've
know,
had-
but
you would
like he
need-
could have expanded upon
Yeah,
it, right?
you would have needed something central on the outer bicep, but overall, it's a clean looking sleeve, and they did a good job. I don't like that they bothered with the color in this dragonfly, because it just seems like an afterthought.
Oh, I didn't even notice it was colored
Like-
until that last photo.
To me, like, the minute you add color to one thing, you've got to add color to a few things, or it just looks strange and unfinished. Like, you don't need to make the whole thing color now, but maybe the key is color. You know what I mean? Maybe parts of the filigree could be color, or the inside of this circuit board up here could
Not
be
a circuit
color.
board, it's a maze.
Whatever
it's
the
a
fuck it
labyrinth.
is, whatever it is, could be color. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. It's like, all of a sudden, when
Well,
you've
yeah,
got
I
color
think
in
having
here,
pops of color all over makes more
Just
sense than just
a
one.
few,
Yeah, tiny
right?
ones.
You don't need to make it full color, but, like, if you're gonna get into color work at all for some reason, like, you should have it in a few places, not just one, because then it just looks odd. Like, now I'm expecting more color to come into this, and when there isn't, it doesn't really make sense for that dragonfly to be in color. And to me, the whole thing would look better if the dragonfly was just dark black and propped up by the negative space in the flowers. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Like, it doesn't need that color. unless you're going to put color in other places. It was fine enough to be in
Well,
black and gray.
it being color right now just makes me think that they had put it in and then went, oh, the dragonfly gets lost. Let's make it green.
I mean, they just need to do the dragonfly super dark because
Yeah.
there's enough negative around it that they didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not against this. It's just I think more color should find its way in now that you've, touched that. That's my opinion. But it's a nice sleeve overall, and especially how many elements are in this. They did a good job with subject matter, so it's a win for me.
Excellent.